This is your host, Tributron here, and today we are going to be doing another build stream. Yes, that's right. This time we're going to be working on my very own OC that I feel like needs a revamp. Now, I do like the old design. I do like it very, very much. It's nice. However, the physical model that I have made for it, the paint chipping is getting a lot worse and everything. So I'm like, okay, it's time for this character to get a bit of a revamp. And I want to revisit some old themes that the build originally would have had. Like paying homage to earlier interpretations of the build compared to older interpretations. So and if you're watching this from the future, hello, time travelers. You have are viewing the past that is, or rather was, my birthday. So there you go. But yeah, without any further ado, let me go ahead and get things grooving here so that we don't miss a beat at all. So let me go ahead and pop this out. And I am going to do this number. And yeah, I'm just doing some setup right now so that y'all can be visible in the stream. So that the stream be streaming as a streaming should. In the most satisfying way possible. There we go. And let me change it to display capture so that there we go. Yay. Oh yeah. That's cute. Alright, let me... Oh, you're not... That's cruel. That is cruel. That is cruel. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me at all. This is fine. This is completely fine, and I definitely plan this. Now, I have been working on this build in the past, doing a few iterations because I really wanted to make my own OC. And the original idea was actually using parts that already exist, but the thing is, considering my character is part Batera, that creates the issue that, well, not all the parts are going to exist anyways because I don't want to do a silver Patera. No, I want to do it in white. So I'm allowing a few parts that would traditionally not exist, if that makes any sense. So these probably don't exist, but they look good, and I'll probably try to make them. With the powers of injection molding. I'm gonna see if this exists. I'm pretty sure it does. This part over here. Yes. This design does have 4 arms because I am planning to do a transforming feature with this. Because I want to do a transforming feature. Because I think it would be fun. And I got the double jointed neck. I'm gonna probably change this build though because it's using a lot of custom parts. Let's be so for real. The King Mousy says, "This is the Lesovic Show. Welcome to the Lesovic Show. I am Lesovic. Hello, Lesovic. I'm your co-host Tributron, and today we are going to be talking about sea sledding down in the pits of Mari Nui. Tell me, my fellow host, what is the best, like, slopes to go ahead and go down on the sea sled. I know, like, for a lot of beginners, it is a very difficult thing to go ahead and conquer and overcome, but I want to hear your experiences as an experienced sledder in this current time that we live in today in the year of our Matanui 2026. Did I do it? Do I wanna? Oh, hello, Trib! Have you seen the new Gameverse pilot by Glitch Production? It was awesome, says Benson. Yes, I actually did see it. It's amazing. There's like a literal there's so many references in there. I love it. I got a little bit of a Metabots vibe. Also, some references to Transformers. There's a lot of good stuff in there, and I love it. It's great. Karzani? What's Karzani doing here? I don't understand. Alright, so... Okay, spider leg. Oh, yeah, he was the arms are supposed to become canon. Oh. I see. All right. I mean, how am I gonna make this guy into a bioformer? It really reminded me of OK Co, Let's Be Heroes. It kind of does, in a way, but it's definitely its own thing. So, like, though I can see the comparison, like, it's only slightly. It's not exactly one-to-one, which is nice. I feel like I should change this in some way. I do like the white chest. I'm probably going to keep that aspect. And I do like this detailing over here that I've done. Oh, this is a whole... Alright. Yeah, that looks good, but turning that into a shoulder would be ideal. It's giving, like a full-on shoulder. Because right now, it's positioned in a very particular way. We're gonna actually... copy this design. Paste it. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, let me select all of this. And we're gonna release. And no. Come on. There we go. Create. Okay. V1. So we're gonna move V1 over there, and this is gonna be our V2 that we're gonna be working on and modifying, because I feel like it does need to be modified a little bit just to like get things on the roll here. Also, Trip, I'm making my own mock. It looks like the normal Toamata, but it's the Toa of Iron. I named him Vudaka, and I made his Matoran from Vudaka. Wait until tribe somewhere threaten me. Okay. It says the King Mousy. Or rather, Lesovic. Sorry. That is actually pretty cool. A Toe of Iron. We don't get a lot of iron, so like that is like greatly appreciated already as is. Wait a minute. I don't think. Hold on. Let me. Oh, right. Okay. Let me release that. Create to submodel. Shoulder type. There we go. Because I want to add play features to this, and the play feature is mainly just the arms go side to side, but it would also turn into a turret because I like tanks, and I want to keep that tank theme in mind when working on this figure, this model. So I'm gonna delete that from existence. And where's my Technic? I need Technic over here because what I'm planning on doing is actually doing a loop that would actually go on the underside, and from the underside it will allow me to connect all these lovely segments for the shoulders. Because I want to do that. I really do. And I think I know how to do it. So let me boop. And then there we go. White. That the math ain't math in there. That makes no sense. Why? What? Oh. Oh no. Oh noes. What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't understand. What do you mean? All right, let me just rotate both of y'all at the same time, I guess. Because y'all are being weird. That was not normal. You would think that it would just go in tandem, but I guess not. It had its own prerogative. All right. There we go. Wait, why? Alright, you know what? That's fine. We're just gonna use the connector tool and connect you. Why are you like that? No. No, that's not what I want. That's not what I want at all. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? I don't understand. There we go. I think I fixed it. There we go. It was like doing its own thing. It's been watching Showbiz Pizza Plays Rockafire Explosion related videos. Oh my gosh. Same. I've been watching oh, what's his face? Hey, he did the Uncle Clunk. He did a video on Uncle Clunk. Sully. I think are you talking about Sully? Because I watch his videos all the time. I love Sully and watching the animatronics and everything like that. They're so fun to watch. They really are. Oh my gosh, I think I figured out the shoulder. Oh, that's a lovely shoulder design. And no collision, which is a bonus. Yes. All right. So we got that. Boom. We got a new shoulder design. And the axle will go right through there. And nothing bad will ever happen. Definitely not. Yeah, I watch Sully videos all the time, and the fact that like Showbiz Pizzeria did a lot of different types of animatronics and trying a lot of weird and different things. The fact that they recycle a lot of designs a lot is kind of trippy, and they don't change them all too much either. It's mostly the same, which kind of bothers me a little bit, because like they're hardly changing much of anything. And I am gonna change this head to something that actually exists, because as much as I do like that, it's gonna be a pain in the butt to make that exist IRL. So I'm not even gonna try. Yeah, and we're gonna actually delete this in its entirety because I like the spikes, and I am gonna keep the spikes because the spikes make me happy. They make me happy, and I am gonna keep them because it makes me happy. So, oh yeah. It's outside of the rocket fire explosion doing weird stuff, I wanted to do an animatronic of Dino Dog, because Dino Dog is amazing in every conceivable way, and to have them move and talk and stuff like that would be pretty awesome. However, he will be just way too big to actually exist realistically. So, trying to find a way for him to basically be able to exist in its own right is going to be like super interesting to do. All things considered. Oh yeah, I forgot. So though I have this set up here, which will allow this to rotate and this free spinning, and I can add some friction here if I so wanted to. The issue being is because I'm using this piece, doing the old build would be kind of a little bit difficult. And Red Pandalore says, I have come. Hello, Red Pandalore. Welcome to the show. I am making my own OC and character that I can turn into a tank, because I like crab tanks, and I'm making my OC be able to turn into a crab tank because Batera are able to turn into all sorts of things. So what better way than to have it be a crab tank? Because nothing bad ever happens when you make a tank. So no tanks. Why are you like this? It's flipping. Why are you flipping? No. Are you gonna be? Wait a minute. Hold on. I got a solution. All right. Aha. There we go. Yes, transforming Bionicles is hard work. And Dr. Scorpion X, we miss you greatly. I have a fan that's been asking me to do a Skull Villain combiner. And it's been difficult to put together, mainly because it is the G2 Skull Villains. And if you know anything about the G2 Bionicle set aftermarket, it's very expensive. And it's painful. It hurts for how expensive the aftermarket is for G2 Bionicle. So that is why I'm like always like very apprehensive on the idea of like, why yes, of course, I will I will splurge all my income just for this. This is great. This is a wonderful idea. And definitely not going to be painful in the long run, which it most certainly is. And I regret nothing, because regrets is apparently my speciality. So, but that being said, though, I have made progress, and they are close to done, which I am very thankful for. But also, like, it was a very painful process to get where I am now in terms of those characters and how. That's a 5. I need a 4. I pulled out the 4. Why? There we go. Narrow. So there we go. So that exists. Benson says, I saw that the last and remaining Rock and Fire Explosion band is in Billy Bob's Wonderland in West Virginia, and I'm amazed that they're still there to this day. It might be by an independent owner. I know that... What did I just paint blue as gray? I clicked... Did it? Okay. Whew. So... It might be family owned, because like there are some that are just exist under their own, basically. There we go, and Control C, Control V. Oh. Aha! There we go. Wait a minute. Oh, I forgot. Okay, copy and mirror. There we go. And that looks better. Oh, wait a minute. The arms are not going to rotate. Oh, the arms are not going to rotate with this design. Oh, no, the arms are not gonna rotate. No, I like this design. I like the shoulder pads, but at what cost? We got shoulder pads at what cost? Oh. No, that's not what I wanted. Can we? Oh, so that works. Why, yes, that is exactly what I wanted. Thank you, Stet.io. You are amazing at what you do. All right, and we're gonna get some sockets here, just to test things out. You know, as a treat. I like to treat myself once in a while to a good thing in life, and we're gonna do that for both arms. And boom. And that's how the arms are going to be looking. Tempting, but also massive shoulder pads. What we need basically is this to shrink. Though I do like this design, realistically what's going to be happening is there needs to be a scissor lift mechanism. And the best, or rather, actually maybe not a scissor lift mechanism. We can do a slicer mechanism into the torso, whereby as the shoulders shift up, the neck compresses. However, that means bypassing this lovely thing of a bobber. Which is a price that I might be willing to make at this point in time. So there we go. So we got spike arm. This is one design. I'm going to do a scissor lift mechanism so that this can actually compress. So that, because it's going to be kind of like a Visorak, where this is the hind legs. These are the front legs. And then the top part basically becomes the cannon. In a sense. I hope that makes sense. It turns into a cannon. The top part of the body has to turn into the cannon. At some level. It's titled Birthday Stream. Happy birthday. Thank you, Red Pandalore. The King Mousy says, I'm making another Toa Mata named Novala. She is the Toa of Lightning and is friends with Vudaka. They both savage for anything in trouble, which Vudaka's story is weird to explain, so I won't. Interesting. Oh, really? It's crazy. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you like you're sticking around. I do a lot of crazy play features and mechanisms. So we're gonna actually start off with a scissor lift mechanism. So we're gonna actually hold off on this fella over here. We're going to work on the scissor lift mechanism. Because that is going to be important. So we're going to call this a V2. And we're going to put V2 over here. And we are going to grab random blocks and start working on a gearbox. So we're going to get boom, boom, boom. There we go. And creating this, okay, gearbox 1. All right, let's edit, and we're gonna delete these 3, and we're gonna start working on the gear mechanism. Now, what I'm thinking is a bilateral system. So basically, there is going to be a central drive in the middle, that would compress and expand, allowing for the neck to protrude and retract. And we're going to be using these in conjunction. And we're going to have a central base that can shift up and down, allowing for the compression of the head. Either that, or we can do a worm gear based mechanism that twirls. Now, the issue with the worm gear is that there will always be a slight offset, and we want it to be symmetrical. So what we're going to be doing basically is, while we're going to have the shoulders attached over here with the arms, I'm thinking, because the neck is in fact going to be it's always kind of long in most depictions, we're going to actually have 3 of these in conjunction with each other. One going to be attached to the neck, and the other 2 are going to be independent. And as the head shifts down, the arms will go up. Wait a minute. So this goes there. No, because then the head actually has to go. Wait. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because it's inverting. It's inverting, so that system would not necessarily work, which means we will be compressing it to a slicer mechanism. Which means we got a little bit of leeway with what we get to do here. So we're going to get 2 of these. We're going to get the Technic mechanism That's going to be compressing. However, we're going to be having limitations in the torso. I do like the build of the torso and how it incorporates the metro pelvis, because I really like the metro pelvis as a design. But we're going to see what we can play around with in later incarnations of this. But right now we're starting off with the base frame, and we're going to be building off of that. So we got this. We're going to paint this in black, and then these two, we're going to be doing it in bluish gray. Jager says, happy birthday. Thank you. Would you rather have the Variki set be an actual set, or have Nekton have his respectable height based in Bionicle lore? I'm gonna go with Nekton. Nekton having a respectable height, because I already made a Variki, and someone else has also made a Variki. Variki is real. The sets are real for Variki to this day. So, like, I basically made Variki. They're available. They were available up on ascendingdepths.etsy.com. They might come up again. Stay tuned for that. Sorry for the advertising, but I make custom sets, and I sell them online. The King Mouse, he says, basically in story, Fudaka becomes his toe form by having his staff he made from his body into something new. But he does later having his Mator himself is splitting from him and killing him. Interesting. So it's kind of like Vezok. That's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. I do like that. All right, we're gonna get the T piece. Will we do the T piece? I'm trying to think in terms of space. What would be the most... Actually, I think I know what is the most optimal. I think I got an idea what's the most optimal here in terms of connectivity. Because this is probably the way to go. Alright, so we get Technic Linker. We're gonna go ahead and get these with a stopper. Because, in my opinion, that is the way to go when it comes to all of these. And we're gonna go ahead and get the reddish brown, because that comes in reddish brown, so we don't get too confused and can easily identify what part is what. And then for funsies, we're just gonna plug that in there and make sure that is actually a level before we do some funny business. And the funny business is basically sliding this down to about here. And there we go. So that is the mechanism. So when this slides down, that should be enough for it to rotate up and make a slight collision course with the other element. And we're gonna copy and paste. Adjust that there. We're gonna actually put some for links and do a bracket system in conjunction so that there is more clutch power and less likelihood of unnecessary shifting within the base structure of the mechanism, so that like when it's moving, we don't have to worry too much about, oh, this popped off again or that popped off again. Now, this is the first rendition of this gearbox, and we, of course, will be revamping it, compressing it, because that's the thing about making play features, is that we compress things so that it can... We do reiterations. It's always important to do a reiteration when you're incorporating play features. That way you know, like, okay, this is how this works. Now, how do we make it smaller while realistically still keep it functional? And that is like the fun and beauty about building play features, is that you get to experiment around, see what works, see what don't work. Right now, I would say like there is a bit of an offset. I'm gonna be using these because actually no, it has to be straight. Unfortunately, it does have to be straight. So we're gonna have to do it like that. And oh, I deleted the wrong thing. Whoops. Hold on. I just realized I was being a goober there and deleted the wrong thing. Now, white torso might be a problem. It might be because we are going into 9-length territory, which is kind of crazy. Also, I misclicked. That's why it was incomplete. Oh, okay. You're fine. You're fine, the King Mousy. You're fine. No worries. I have a couple. They also say I have a couple of dream sets such as Karzani, Hydroxin, Gadunka, Kongu, Maxillos, the Exotoa, Boxer, Lesific. Oh, Lesific. How I wish I have him. Lesific is honestly awesome. I really like that set. I feel like that was supposed to be Takanuva. The Lego designers clearly wanted to bring back Takanuva, but they never were able to, and Lesific became their own character because the toys were always designed first before the actual sets. For those that may not know the full ball, you now know the full ball. You're welcome. Oh, actually, that gives me an idea. Thank you, fellow compatriots. You gave me an idea unintentionally by talking about Karzani a little bit. Because it reminded me of build technique that I used to do for a build that I did several years ago. The reason I should probably mention why I don't do too many mocks like I used to is mainly because I created every single play feature known to mankind in the span of a decade, which makes it very difficult to come up with new play features because I keep reiterating and expanding on techniques. But yeah, so this can go here perfectly fine. And then I can have something attached there. The shoulders go there. And then, boom, shifts up. It slides and compacts elegantly and allows for spacing. So there will be 2 iterations of this, and I will showcase both transformations and how it will look. Now, again, it might be a few ticks off, but considering that this is going to be rotating around 1, 2. Oh, wow, that's actually, yeah. We can actually make this shorter if I really wanted to, or if we really wanted to. You know what? I'm going to make it shorter because turns out I can make it shorter. That's actually too short. Let's go ahead to 245. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And there's no clipping, so that is like very important for there not to be any clipping. But yeah, I made Bionicle figures that have done backflips. I make those that walk, that are still posable. I make flying ones. I make ones that throw spears. I made ones that turn into a Beyblade. Like, the list goes on. And though I have been tempted to do the same thing over and over again. I really like Bionicles that walk, so I've made a few that do walk. Some posable, some are not. But you know, it's part of the process, and I like part of the process. It's a good process. You know what? We're gonna actually paint most of this black, actually. Because I can do that, and actually, you know what? This can be in white. Yeah, this can be in white. That can be in... Actually, you know what? No. Blue, 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 blue. There we go. So that exists. So now we got places for the shoulders to be. So the shoulders are basically going to be there. The head is going to be there. That's a long neck, but it's going to be able to shift and convert into the thing that I wanted to convert into. So it's not too bad. And we're going to put that there. And where is the double ball? Because I am going to need that double ball. Dude, I've been here for 10 seconds and this guy is already using studio controls I ain't ever seen before. WTF. I may suck, low. Hey, I can give you tutorials, like live. Alright, so, I can do a quick tutorial so that you can be able to discern how to do certain things so that you can be able to feel confident in building all sorts of stuff. So I am gonna go ahead and do a speed tutorial right here, right now. Yeah. Right. Oh, you know what? Yeah, Key to Orange is really good. You know what? We'll make a Key to Orange mock as an example. So we're gonna... So we got Gearbox over here. This is the first Gearbox. I am going to make a... hold on. Control C, Control V. Release this one, and then that is going to go like that. And then that, and this one would also be able to rotate. And then this would be sliding down in conjunction when that happens. So that is what that's going to look like. So you got stage 1, stage 2. This is how the transformation works. Neck here, arms, arms. Okay, let's go ahead and do a tutorial. Okay, so you see this. You see this thing, and you're like, what's going on? You move your mouse, and it moves this thing. All right, but you're like, how do I make this square move? I want to make it move. So you press the left key on your mouse for like selecting stuff, but you want to use the right key. And the right key is the one that allows you to shift and move stuff around. So wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Whoa, you can do all sorts of stuff. You can zoom in, out, and do the both at the same time, like a pro gamer. Only the most experienced pro gamers are able to do this. But the most craziest thing you can do is if you hold shift and the right mouse key, shift and right mouse key. Okay, lock in, lock in. You can shift it side to side. Remember, hold shift, hold the right key, and you can move around. And you can still do the zoom and and everything. Okay, so outside of that, there is the parts catalog to your left, and it's titled Master. This is where you can access all sorts of stuff, and you can scroll using the scroll on your mouse. But Lego also, the Stud.io also allows you to select certain categories and shapes. So if I wanted, let's say I wanted a tile, you click on tile with left click. You left click on tile, and if you press left click again on any item, then this appears. And you're like, okay, I'm moving it around. How am I supposed to actually confirm what I want to do? So if you want to place this here, what you do is you press left click, and it's like, whoa, it's blue now. But when you move your mouse, there's another one. Wait, I don't want to. But let's say you do want to, and you click it someplace else, left click, left click, left click. But you're like, I don't want any more. Too many tiles. I don't want too many tiles. So what you do is you press delete on your keyboard or right click. Delete or right click, and it disappears. But you're like, I have too many tiles now. I want to get rid of a few of them. So you left click a tile, and then you press delete or right click. But when you right click, you see this option here, and this gives you a whole bunch of options you can do, and you just click delete, or you just press delete on your keyboard. But we're not. We're gonna go into something else as well. Now that we know that, how about moving stuff? More complex. So let's get a brick here. We're gonna get a 2x2 brick, and we place it like we did before. You left click, and then you stack another left click and another. But let's say you're having difficulty connecting this, and it's like, oh man, I wanted to go a certain way, but it's not connecting. How do I do that? Well, I got you, friend. So you see in the top, it says connect, and we're gonna actually click on connect, and you click on this block because we wanted to go on this block. So we see all these dots. You're like, what's going on? And if we use our shifting tool, you see this is still remaining selected. And we can shift and look around. But if we look over here, we see all the studs, and the anti-studs have a little box on it. And you click on the on, let's say, this anti-stud here. We clicked on it. Okay, what do we do? And we press left click. This is very important. Left click. We move over to this block, and look, it has blocks, and we didn't even click on it. We just hovered over it. You can hover, and you don't even have to select anything. But if you want this to go here, you press left click, and boom, it's connected. Now, obviously, this is still it's still set to this. How do I turn this off? You just click click select, and we got the select tool, and there you go. Now, let's learn about moving things. So, this is for selecting everything, right? And once you select it, you can move it around and everything like that. But I don't like the way that's standing. And you use the arrow keys on your keyboard to move it all sorts of ways. So let's put it upside down for now. This looks wrong, but trust me. Okay, so we like this. This is okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint now that we know how to use arrow keys. And we use the brush. And right now I have it set to medium blue, but we're going to click on yellow and yellow. So this is now yellow, this is yellow, this is yellow. This is great. Or you turn off the paintbrush by clicking on paintbrush, and you just like, okay, I want this block that I selected right here to be a different color. So now that that's selected, we go to red and we paint that red. And what if we want to paint two blocks certain color? You use the select tool again. Okay, now two are selected because we did drag and select. Now how do I deselect? You press left click and we select, and we're gonna paint it blue. Okay, so there we go. We were able to make a man. This is Jeremy. This is Jeremy. Jeremy, say hi. But how can Jeremy say hi? Well, Jeremy can say hi if we give him arms. So we're gonna give Jeremy arms. But how do we do that? We're gonna actually delete this, and we're gonna go to Technic, and we're gonna connect these in upside down, and we're gonna paint both of these in red so that Jeremy can still be perfectly fine. And we're gonna get Technic linker, and we're gonna learn something new because we're doing this, and we're using the same skills that we did earlier. And I have a full tutorial, and we're gonna paint these blue just because we can. And we're gonna get the brick round, get some macaronis over here. We're gonna do that, do it in red because it's amazing. And then we are gonna go ahead and give Jeremy some hands. So now Jeremy has hands, but we're gonna do something crazy here. We're actually going to select this, and you notice there's two options here. We're gonna click on the rotate tool, and this allows things to rotate in a weird way. But in order for us to access the thing, we kind of have to just slide it a little bit. So you see the blue pin in there? You want to click on that, and you press rotate. And this will allow Jeremy to move his arm so he can wave at us or beat us up. So Jeremy is saying hi. Everybody say hi to Jeremy. Everybody say hi to Jeremy. Jeremy is very happy, as you can see. So this is how you move with the rotate tool. Jeremy is winding up. Okay, Jeremy, calm down. Put those fists down. But what if you want a specific degree and you don't like that degree? Well, you click on this, and then you can click on this, and we're gonna do 6, 7. And at 6, 7, it moves that way. And then we press the left click, and now it is at 67 degrees. We will give Jeremy a weapon. So we're gonna give Jeremy, let's move Jeremy's arms again. So Jeremy will have a weapon. What weapon? Super production says Jeremy doesn't need weapons because he's winding up. That is so true. We're gonna give Jeremy hair for the meantime. We're gonna get a tile, and we're going to give him some hair. So I get an inverted tile in there, and we're gonna give him black hair. A banana. I think we can do the banana. I think we can do the banana. Oh, Leo's axe. Actually, we'll give a banana. he holds a banana in one hand and an axe in the other. Let's do that. So we'll give Jeremy Lewa's axe. So we got Lewa's axe over here. And we're gonna paint that in green because that's what it came in. And now Jeremy Jeremy can compete with Escanor, and if we rotate this, as you can see, he can attack. He's very dangerous. As you can see, Jeremy is very dangerous. He's too dangerous to be kept alive. But you know what? He needs potassium. So you see this search bar? You can actually click on this search bar and type random things like banana. And we get banana. Banana, 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 banana. And Control Z undoes things. But we can change the color of what we want, what we search out by pressing this. And we can change the palette color to yellow. And you know what that means? Banana, 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 banana. But you see over here, look at this. We have collision here. We don't want clipping. Clipping bad. We don't want clip banana because banana clip sad. But free banana unclipped happy. Happy banana unclipped. How get banana unclipped? And not worry about clipping banana. Well, you see this? This is called collision. And if we turn collision on, now it won't allow us to clip banana because banana no like clip. And no clip banana is good. So you can no longer put banana in banana. But turn off collision and then you can no clip through everything. Yeah, Jeremy protects his bananas. But yeah, that is how you use Studio. And of course, if you select a few items, you can create a submodel. And we call it in all caps banana exclamation point. And then we can edit or release. So if we press edit, it only shows us these bananas and we can move it around without having to worry about bad things happening to the rest of our bananas or Jeremy. Jeremy is safe. We can't do anything to Jeremy when we're in the Bananaverse. When we're in the Bananaverse, Jeremy is safe. But when we're out of the Bananaverse, we can do things to Jeremy. And Jeremy can do unspeakable things as he's slicing bananas. As you can clearly see. So that is how you use Stud.io with Jeremy. I hope you like this tutorial. Now let's go ahead and make the yellow Bionicle. Because that's what I promise. I promise Keyed Orange Bionicle. So we are going to be making a Keyed Orange. You asked me that when I deleted Jeremy. Okay, Jeremy is back. Well, okay, sure. We'll give Jeremy Hydraxon's mask, he's gonna hold it high. So let's go ahead. I think it's in custom parts. No, it's not. Okay, back to master. Gonna go back to master and Bionicle. And that should allow us to get a... Ah, there we go. Hydraxon's mask. There we go. Yeah, he's holding Hydraxon's mask, and he's very proud of it. So Jeremy has Hydraxon's mask, as you can see. Yeah, Jeremy always comes back. So he's holding Hydraxon's mask. He has an axe. He's surrounded by bananas. Jeremy slimed Hydraxon because Jeremy is top one in the What has this stream become? He's become Jeremy. Oh, should we give Jeremy a face? Does Jeremy deserve? Should Jeremy have a face? Or is Jeremy good enough without the face? Do you think this is a face? Save Jeremy for future tutorials. Yeah, we'll save Jeremy in case if people have questions on how to do stuff. We will save Jeremy. We'll call it Jeremy and Bananas. Jeremy and Bananas. Alright. Jeremy will not have a face. For Jeremy has bananas and stole Hydraxon's face. For coming near his stash of bananas. So no one will ever touch his bananas ever again. For he holds Hydraxon's mask as a reminder of the horrors that Jeremy is capable of. Nobody messes with Jeremy. Jeremy and bananas sounds like a give me your face. No, Matanui. Oh my gosh. Okay, I had to do a Bionicle. We'll do Matanui. Because I promised a Keytorrent Bionicle, and I think Matanui is the way to go. You know what? We're gonna make Stars Matanui. I think Stars Matanui will be pretty mad funny if we make a Stars Matanui. So we're gonna make a Stars Matanui. By Matanui, he killed Hydrax. Yes! This is why Jeremy is not a threat to be wrestled with. You do not mess with Jeremy and expect nothing to happen. This is Jeremy we're talking about. Jeremy will mess us up. Will mess you up, okay? You do not mess with Jeremy. Alright, we're gonna... Oh, biddable figure. A toe of cheese. You know what? Potentially. Where is? You would think that they would have. They only have one of these. That's crazy. And this. But I don't have the other one. Why don't they have the other one? I'm gonna have to go to custom parts. Let me find limb. You know what? We're gonna make him articulated. Yeah. Wait a minute. None of these. No, none of these are it. Hold on. This is gonna be a while. I'm trying to find the wide one. Because for some reason I do not have the wide one, and I'm pretty sure I should have the wide one. Because the wide one makes me happy. Wide legs makes Tributron very happy. Very happy indeed. Oh look, we have this torso. Perfect. This would be good for Motunui. And we got the hands. That's even better. Okay, we got some Generation 2 stuff. And boop. Oh, O's nose. Oh, type Av. That's a good idea. Av. Oh, it's thinking. Oh, it's really thinking. It is thinking so hard right now. Please let me have a crumb. Please, I need this. Okay, while it's thinking, I think I'm just gonna... Wait a minute. You know what? I'm gonna use these limbs. This is a good limb. Hold on. Come on. Give me the limb. I want this. Thank you. Good job. I'm gonna use this so that I can have like articulated limbs. Why? Because it makes me happy. That's why. Alright. So we're gonna actually delete these because we don't need them. We're gonna make him articulated. Because Motunui articulated makes me happy. All right, Technic-Linker, we're gonna get the double jointed sockets. Boom. And boom. And we're just gonna, actually, you know what? We're gonna make this yellow. We're gonna make this black. And black. Yellow. It's perfect. And then we shift this a little bit. Boom. Boom. And bend that ever so slightly. That can rotate a little bit just to be a little bit more dynamic. And we're gonna rotate this as well, pre-posing, because I like pre-posing. And then we grab this, plop it on top, and copy and mirror. No, that's not what I want. You go there, and then yellow torso. He is very yellow. I think we're gonna change the... My boy is so yellow. He is so yellow. But you know what? It's Motunui. What do you expect? Alright, he's Motunui. And copy mirror. Okay, that's wrong. No, you stay there. You connect in. There we go. And you know what? We're gonna break this up. What? You know what? He should have. Okay. Type of. Need me to send it to you? Yeah, probably. He truly is the toe of cheese. We're gonna actually add some gold onto him. We're gonna add gold. I think he needs gold. Get some pearl gold. Wait a minute. White. No, that... Oh, no. Why are you like this? No. No, that's wrong. Hold on. Copy mirror. No, that's not. Oh my gosh. Connect. Rotate. Oh, why? Why must you be like this? Could have been the chosen one. Could have been the chosen one, Matanui. You could have done better with yourself, but no, you chose not to. Okay, I think that's connected. Yeah, it's registering as connected. We're gonna give him gold feet. That will... He's looking a lot better. He's actually looking a lot better with the gold. We're gonna lean into the gold. Oh yeah, he needs fists. We're gonna give him gold fists because, you know, he's the... Just to break things up, I think gold is the way to go with this guy. He needs gold. The gold, the black. We're gonna give him the Ov head, so we're actually gonna go with Ov and buildable figure. No. Okay, let's get some head over here and actually get a Bionicle head. You know what? We're gonna... And he's gonna have blue eyes because he is a very blue boy. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go with green. I'm gonna go with green. He's gonna have lime. He's gonna have lime. Why? Because why not? Get some what? the head. Okay, so we just had to get this guy the head, the Glatorian head. So now he has it. We're gonna go ahead and my Ov head has going. Oh, wait a minute! I do have that. Hold on. Yes. There we go. Boom. And these are by Gavla. So master. And we're gonna get a Technic linker over here. That is the wrong one. And boom. And boom, there we go. Yeah, it's not your head, but you know what? It's a head. And so long as we have a head, we'll make progress as we go. And then we're gonna get the... Actually, you know what? We can do blue. I'm gonna do blue, and we're gonna do the sand blue in conjunction. Oh, man. Yeah, I really like the water blues. That actually looks good in renders from my experience. So we're just gonna go ahead and get some sand blue. There we go. And we'll just paint that in black. There we go. Oh, it has to be green. It has... Okay, we're going green. We're going green. We are going green. We're gonna do the medium lime. And we're gonna make him trans green eyes. Why? Because it's speaking to me. This is a body that's speaking lime. And we will have the lime, and we're gonna give him a... By Matanui. Matanui is small, yeah. Ignica? Okay. Helmet? Does it exist? No. What? What do you mean? Glatorian? Oh my gosh, I don't have it. What do you mean I don't have it? Is it in Master? Is it titled something else? Why do we not have the little head? He's gonna have to have the little head. If I put the big one on him, it's gonna look weird. Why is my Matanui not Matanuing? He's... It's not in there. No. No. We'll work on... what do you mean he's not... This man. I'm telling you, this man. We're gonna give him some blades. He'll have some blades. I'm gonna give him a sword because I feel like a sword would go a long way. We're gonna go ahead and give him a very nice sword. It just speaks to me in so many levels. If I can. Yeah, he's just newy. Do I get... I mean, I could give him the fire sword. That would be kind of funny. Do I... You know, let's look for custom parts. Let's give him a special blade. Sword. I have hardly anything. Why do I hardly have anything? This is a mystery. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, Matanui, how confusing is you today? I'm just building you so small. Yeah, and even the smallest prerequisite is lacking some intuition. Oh, Matanui, how I miss your mask, oh, Matanui. You could have at least have a small sword, but instead I'm giving you one that's more dinky to match your nitty frame. Singing career is not it. I am not. You nappa, you get slappa, you slumber a cucumber. Thank you. You are a lifesaver. I will save Matanui. Save. I'm gonna small Matanui. There we go. I got a small Matanui here. We're actually gonna cut to commercial. Now that my baby boy wants to go outside. Isn't that right, mister? You want to go outside? Yeah. And since we're going to be cutting into commercial here, I am going to be taking the liberty of doing something here. So give me a sec as I cut us to commercial. And I get to show you guys Variki. Because I know you guys may not know of Variki. So I'm going to show you Variki real quick, and it should be fun. It should be great. Hey, you already skipped commercial break. I'm sorry, but it's fun content, I promise. It is fun content. You will like it. I promise. Yes, we're gonna be watching Voriki. And where's my Voriki video? Okay, there we go. I found it. Okay, that's the promo sequences. That's where are you? I know I have a Voriki. Okay, the promo is there. What? What happened to it? Is that it? That can't be it. That can't. You know what? We're gonna be Yeah. You know what? We're gonna be looking at. You know what? Sure. It's synced. It will work.
Hello, fellas.
All right. We got this. We got this. We got this. It's fine. We got this. We got this. We got this in the bag. We're okay. Okay, we're gonna be cutting into commercial. I'll be back. I promise.
Hello, fellow compatriots. This is your host, Tribushon here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Voriki, the Toa of electricity. Now, before we get into articulation and functions, first, let's figure out how tall Voriki actually is. Now, Voriki stands up to the temperature of their head. Like 6 3/4 of an inch tall, centimeter measurement up in the corner. Now, before I get any further, yes, Voriki is part of a new line from Ascending Depths. What we have here is a actual set for upgrading any of your custom builds. Yes, that's right. Voriki comes with 12 pieces in total with the parts pack. But the entire mock has more pieces. But what you do get with the parts pack here, as showcased in the on the packaging in the back here, you get the feet, anything purple here, and all of the gears, including a special piece, part number S401. Now that is going to be featured in the shoulder there. So it has a new Technic element that has never before been seen. However, I wouldn't necessarily call it Technic. It is a Ascending Depths element, a skeletal augmentation system, if you will. Now, for articulation wise, let's go straight into it. What makes this torso build different than anything else in the past? Well, I'm about to tell you right here and now. So, articulation-wise, ball joint over here at the ankles can loop back all the way, can go forward all the way. You got pretty good side-to-side movement. Nothing in the knees, obviously. Goes forward about this far, goes back about this far, out. Not so much range there for now. Arms, they can go back, they can forth, can loop all the way around. Hands are articulated over here. Nothing at the head. Arm on a ball joint, can swing just like so. And of course, as featured in the instructions, he does have a arm swing feature that you can access and utilize, as you can see right here. Not only that, but he has another play feature as well. If you rotate that, it can hold itself. Sometimes you may have to squeeze both ends of this just to get it to lock. The gears themselves are injection molded, so though the other elements are 3D printed, they are a very high quality. So they're not going to break as easily, and they're quite flexible. Not only that, but let's take a look at the mask here, which is a stud connection. And it's thin, but it's strong, and it's very flexible because of the print time. So you get a pretty good level of quality despite it being so thin. The mask itself is not going to break easily. And now,
all right, I'm back. We're actually gonna close Studio here so that we can actually get the ball rolling. If it can actually respond. Please respond. Don't die on me. All right, there we go. File, save. Just gonna save this real quick because we're gonna be closing it and then opening it up again. Not now. There we go. And let's... Okay. You should play Bionicle Heroes. You know what? Maybe I should. Wait. Maybe I should. All right. So, I am actually gonna display... Oh yeah, you're still seeing... I'm gonna change the image. We're gonna change the image so that you guys get something new to look at that's actually really fun. This is something that I made that I'm pretty proud of. There you go. And just so that I can... the King Mousy, when you can't even say my name... you know what? I will say your name, the King Mousy. Or is it Lesovic? Are you still Lesovic? Kaiju? Okay, yeah, I can say Kaiju. I can call you Kaiju if you want. Yeah, I'm not gonna misname anybody. If you want to be called Kaiju, I will name you Kaiju. What was I doing? Oh, yes, downloading parts thanks to my fans. What? Wait a minute, where's the part, Nat? Wait a minute, what do you mean it? Wait, I shouldn't be showing that. Am I showing that? Oh, okay. No, I am not. Okay, I'm not. You want to be named Mousy? Okay, I'll call you Mousy. I'll call you Mousy. For a second there, Natar, I thought I was... Oh, I saw this render in Space Candle 9. Oh, really? That's awesome. That is so cool. Yeah, I'm missing the part. The actual part. I need that. I need that, Natar. You were the chosen one. You were supposed to bring balance to the POTS pack, not ruin it. You were supposed to bring light, not leave me in darkness. You were my queer friend. I loved you. Mousy, why do you chew the wires? No, we need the wires. We need copper to make our batteries. We need it to route the power from the batteries, Mousy. We can't just chew on the wires. What were you thinking? Oh, it is the DAT? Okay, we're gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Okay, documents, Lego creations, models. Custom packs. Where's the goodie folder? There's the goodie folder. We're gonna call this one, and this is the Matanui mask, right? I'm pretty sure this is the Matanui mask. I ruined the one thing the Iron Matoran needed, says Mousy. Well, maybe do not eat your Iron Matoran. Okay, so I think it's called. Okay, we're gonna call it. Nika. There we go. All right, we're gonna do downloads. We're gonna grab these two, and I'm gonna put them in the folder Lego Creations, models, custom packs, goodie folder. Oh, there it is. There, okay. There we go. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I see it now. I see it now. I see it now. I see it now. All right, let me. Oh yeah, I need the. Let's do. Okay, get the installer tool. Yeah, sorry, I'm doing a lot of math. Where's my music? It's too quiet in here. I need music. It's way too quiet. The silence, it's speaking to me. It's screaming into the void. I don't know what to do. Okay, so thanks to a generous donation, of which I am going to now run, it is invalid. Parts not found. We are missing the collider. It needs the collider. Where is my collider? Let's get some music. Let's actually get some music because it's getting the silence is bothering me. The silence is actually bothering me. It's bothering me. I can't hear my peaceful music to help relax me. We're gonna play True Art Reflection. Ah, yes. Let's bring it down. Real smooth. There we go. Tribute to what type of Matoran are you? Because I want to be a Lee Matoran. I'm actually a Co-Matoran, Mousy. I am a Co-Matoran. Aren't Matoran older than the Toa themselves, or am I dumb from eating the wires? Technically, Matoran are older than Toa. Toa have existed before Matoran, though. Like, the first Matoran was Takua. And Takua's older. But Helrix is also pretty old for being the first Toa. I'm not so sure who was built first, Takua or Helrix. You can't bake a couple of men without losing a dozen of pot. Mousy? Why? Okay. Oh, okay, so Takua's older? Okay. Okay, well... Okay. 1 out of 5 parts order could not be found. Please be sure the installer is in the custom packs where the collider, the connectivity, and yep. So let's do no. Okay. So I had to do it the other way. Got it. Cool. All right, how do I? Yeah. Okay, hold on. In the middle of the stream. In the middle of the stream. Toot. Okay, I got it. Okay, studio. Custom parts. All right, let's go ahead and put in the... Hold on, let me actually grab the part that I need. This is actually taking a while. Like, the content is so slow right now. It is so slow. So slow for my attention span. My little attention span. I'm struggling. There we go. Okay, so we got connectivity. Now we got the DAT file. Okay, so where would DAT file be? Collider? No. Parts. Okay, that's the DAT file. Okay, let's see if this works. Let's see if this works now. It's in. We're gonna activate Studio. What happened to my music? It just stopped. There we go. Yay! Music. Love it. Peace. Tranquility. Ah. What do you mean you're not responding, Studio? I just put the parts in. You should be happy. You should be thanking me. I can make Matanui. And then I work on my OC that has the transformation mechanism with the shifting gears and everything. It will be actually amazing. Yay! Alright, we're gonna... Boop. And... Boop. And... There we go! You can actually see my screen now. The time has come. There you go. We are here. Welcome back. Takua versus Taganui. Flamity, Matanui has flattened me. Oh, whatever you say, Mousy. Iggy Boogie Urgly Bar. Jeremy has torn me apart. Oh no, Jeremy. You know what? You should have gone near Jeremy's bananas. You shouldn't have. Okay, so let's... Yeah, we got Mini Nui here. We're gonna be actually finishing him. Nika? Okay, there's two here. There's this one and this one. So let's put in helmet and see if it pops up. It does not pop up. Why? You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. We're gonna call it a Kimu and call it a day. You know, there we go. It's a Kimu now. That actually doesn't look that bad. Okay, part number. What's the part number? Let me look up the part number. Hold on. Okay. Matanui Bricklink. No, not the Matoran. No, not the instructions. Visit site. There we go. 6403. Okay. 6403. It does not exist. Let's try in master. It does not exist. Alright. That's fine. No Matanui for this stream. We'll figure it out next stream. For now, we'll just give him a massive bobblehead. Because this is what I crave. And we're gonna rotate his head. And rotate it down. And we're just gonna do that. There we go. Yay! We did it. We did it, guys. We did it. We did it. We're... There we go. Matanui with big chin energy. We did it. Very magnificent. Hey, it's fine, Natar. You tried your best. Yeah. Bobble Nui. We're gonna just keep the head like this for now. And he's gonna include this in gold. There we go. We're actually gonna be open a recent. We're gonna work on Sajuli now. My OC, as we planned initially. So we got the gearbox, but we're gonna update the gearbox a little bit more so that it can compress. Yeah, I could do that, but I want to use another part that exists. And that other part does not exist in my program. So we're just going to be moving on from that. Because I didn't have the collider, which is very important for installing parts. You can't install parts without a collider for all systems. It's only very specific to certain systems, apparently. But anyways, so we got this mechanism, but we're gonna simplify it down even further. And to do that, we're gonna actually copy this, Control C, Control V, and we are going to compress this even more and call this gear box V2. There we go. We're gonna edit this and we're gonna adjust the mechanism so that we don't have to worry about that taking too much space. Tammy who? Tammy ha. Golly, you didn't tell me you had a man. Golly is her own independent woman. And you know what? She need no man. She is perfectly fine as is and living the best life. Alright. Only thing she needs is her in the seat. That's all she needs. And maybe some random hijinks, some relaxation, funny quips. She'll probably write a joke book. That's what Golly would do. She would write a joke book. All for the fun of the game, because that's what she likes to do. She is a quippy character, and as a quippy character, I approve. She is a natural comedian, and her art should be recognized as such, in my very personal opinion. All right, we're technic functional, and we're gonna make a new gearbox because we can and because we will. And why are you like that? You're not supposed to be like that. You're supposed to be something else entirely. Boom. Quips. Yes. What's a quip? Hold on. That's a new slang term. I need to educate myself. Yeah, Golly is actually makes quite a few jokes sometimes. She's not really that, like, super serious all the time. Yeah, Golly is actually a pretty funny character. And she can no-clip once in a while whenever she has the Kakama Nuva, which is powerful enough to allow her to no-clip. So she does no-clip. That is a thing she can do. Why is that a thing she can do? Because. Because. Yes. Alright. Let me go ahead and grab this. Plug that in. Plug that in. There we go. Before you know it, Bob's your uncle. And if you didn't know Bob had an uncle, well, now you do. And we're gonna actually have an axle connection here. Boom. Get the Technic. Master Strong Golly teleports to your house to beat you up. And yeah, because she's cool. Yeah, Golly is cool. She's like one of my favorite characters. Outside of Pohatu. I love Pohatu. Pohatu, my boy. My thick brown boy. I love him. And as someone that's quite brown myself, you know what? I like some brown representation. You know, that is how the cookie crumble. Who's Bob? Bob? Oh. Well, Bob's your uncle. That's who he is now. He is your uncle. Congratulations. Who's Golly? Golly is the Toa Water. From one of the Toamata destined to rid the island of Matanui from darkness and awaken the Great Spirit. One of the many saviors, might I add, that was destined to restore balance to the universe itself as we know it. Truly, one of the most influential characters of our time, and we love her for it. She has fought many foes in her time. She's faced Rahi, Borak, Rakshi, the Paraka. She's faced like an army of Vizorak, I think, at one point. She fought Temple Squids. She has fought Makuta face to face, and even kind of waterboarded one of them with swamp water, which was probably the most aggressive thing Golly has done to somebody. If I recall, I could be mistaken. Someone might be able to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was like one of the more aggressive things that she's actually did in lore. Okay, 15. What? Burger. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Does Mousy know? Does Mousy know Burger? Because I did polls on burgers. I did full-on polls on burgers. Are you by chance in the Hero Factory Discord server? Because I am quite proficient with my burgers. I love myself some burger. They're a good friend. Christian Faber would hate me if I say love. You know, no. Christian Faber would love you, actually. Christian Faber supports love. It's Greg Farsty that doesn't like love. Greg Farsty was the author of Bionicle. Christian Faber has made it publicly known that, the Toamata are actually not siblings, and it's okay for them to date. Even if that is an idea that's tough to swallow. Wait a minute. Let me get the connector. Wait a minute. What do you mean? That can connect. What do you mean? What do you mean, Lego? No. What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't understand. You're supposed to, because this is notched specifically for round things to go in. But round thing not going round thing. So that means I have to make my own round thing with illegal connections. We're gonna get illegal here, guys. We're gonna get super illegal. Watch this. We're gonna break the law. We're gonna go so illegal that it's not even funny. All right, are you ready for this? This is the most illegal we have ever done. And we're gonna put this in here, and we're gonna just slide this. There we go. And now we just put that in there. You see, it's illegal now. We did something very illegal, as you can clearly see. And I'll just make that invisible whenever I have the chance to, but yeah, we just did something very illegal. However, this would have to actually be like this. And because the arms are gonna have to shift. All these are gonna shift forward. So this is its base form. And if we go to the main model, so like Control C, Control V, and we release that, this version will actually rotate. So this will go like that. Now we'll go like that. And then this, obviously, would just rotate like this. And it's not going to be a full turn, obviously, because of how everything would be keyed in. But it would look like this, basically. This is how it would look. So this is... We started from this, to this, to this, to this. However, I think we can make it even smaller. So we're going to make it even smaller. Yeah. And this torso is specific for Fudaka, my poor little boy. Biomatic control, yes. So we got stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, and now we're gonna go into stage 5. So I kind of like this setup. So we're gonna actually Control C, Control V, and we're gonna update this even further. And why am I keep shrinking this smaller and smaller? Well, because I feel like it. And we're gonna create a submodel called Gearbox V4. Oh, wait a minute, we're on version 3 actually. Yeah. And we're gonna because of these stages, we can't take it anymore. I know. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. We're gonna actually keep this. We're gonna keep this, and we're gonna shrink this down by a significant amount. And we're just gonna have it be like this. And we're gonna delete that. And there we go. That's gonna jump. That's gonna jump. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's just gonna jump. Jump harder than Jumpman Mario. That is just gonna jump. No, it's overheating from the light effects and reflective parts. Oh! You know what, oh man. I'm gonna have to revisit this later. But we'll just work on Sajuli right now. Oh, wait a minute, oh yeah, there was this version that we were working on. I think we're gonna make a V3. Release. And call it Julie V3. There we go. And let's go ahead and edit her so that my OC, my self-insert character can actually be proper. We're gonna keep these shoulders. I like these shoulders. But we're gonna change this build. Okay, so I do like this setup over here. It's quite compact. The shoulders can move perfectly fine. It's quite intuitive. Is that Joseph Stalin? You're gonna army build these guys? No, I am not gonna army build. This is my character. This is Sajuli. She's my self-insert character. So yeah, and I've made other versions. Let me show you what my OC used to look like in the past, so you guys get an idea. So let's import a model here, so you get to see what my OC originally looked like. This should be it. Well, it is my birthday, so we're gonna do Jeremy next time. I had enough fun with Jeremy. Jeremy is actually... So, there we go. This is... So we're going from this. This was what my character originally used to look like. We're going from this to something more Batera-esque. And we're gonna actually hide this so that it's actually... So yeah, we're going from this to this. If that makes any sense. We're actually redesigning the character. It still retains the toes because I like that. This was a physical build, by the way. This was a physical build. Let me get an actual physical photo. I think I should have an actual image here. Let me go to pictures. Mox. Wait a minute. Is it? Do I have a photo bomb? No, I do not. I have my OC here. Hold on. Because I took photos of them in the past. They do exist. Hold on. I made a lot of mocks over the years. I really did. Okay, so this is the build IRL. So, as you can see, it's physically possible. It has a play feature. It's able to kick, actually. So when you twist the waist, it actually kicks, it actually can kick, which is actually something that's pretty neat. And this version has, it's rendering of Sejuli and some Batera bodies fighting Rakshi. Oh, that's cool! Well, what's better, the OG design or alt builds? Are you going to be using the Mask of Hope for her? I want to, but I don't quite like the shaping. In my honest opinion, like the shaping in the 3D model that I did is a little bit too blocky. But that's just limitations of my build style, I suppose. But if I look over in this build, as you can see, they have a gearbox. They're able to kick. There is a gear in there that allows this character to kick, but no knobs exposed. And I was very satisfied about that. But yeah, anyways, let's focus back on this gal over here. Yeah, so like Pahatu, yeah. Also, I will do a face reveal in the year as 7363. Oh, I've already done my face reveal multiple times. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's fine, Nat. Alright, don't worry. Don't worry, Natar. It's okay. It's okay. I will survive. It's okay. Let me see what I can do, because I want to keep this aspect. Man, I don't. Oh, you know what? I think I know what to do, actually. I think I know what to do. Hold on. I think I know what I must do. It makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. So remember the play features that we were designing initially? Well, turns out your girl got a solution. So we're gonna be actually doing this number. And you're probably wondering, okay, that's cool, but what about it? And we're gonna actually put the oh man, the I forgot. I'm blanking on the name. What's it called? This part, Glatorian neck. Wow, my mind is toasted. It's more toasted than toast itself. So we're gonna do this, and that will allow for shifting. So these parts will actually rotate, and they're gonna be keyed. So, and we're gonna make them bluish gray. Oh no, it's Sajuli, Sajuli. Technic functional. Please. There we go. We got some gears here, so we're gonna plop that in there. Plop that in there. So we got 2 gears. This is gonna be shifting. And wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I could just put these in. I could just put those in and call it a day. And I could just pose the neck. Oh, but it won't be symmetrical. There's always going to be one to slowly offset. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Yeah, we're gonna actually keep it like that. And then put a gear in the middle so that they can do symmetrical turning. And already getting... No hold on, just wait a minute. Yeah. Sure. Whatever you say, boss. Whatever you say. The next thing you know, Shorzy found shores on the seashell. Or something like that. Okay, now we need to make a bracket system that conjoins the neck over for shifting. So if... Yeah... Oh man, it's already gonna be tall. The torso's already tall. This needs to be shrinked in, but I don't want to use... I don't want to use another one of these. I kind of like the design of this pelvis. And this is very compact as it is. It is actually pretty compact. And still has the mechanism working. I think this is just gonna have to be frictioned. And I'm just gonna have to hope for the best. I think that's gonna have to be the call for this one, is just get frictioned so that it actually can just rotate freely. Which means we got an actual butterfly joint. We got butterfly joints in this. Isn't that cool? We got butterfly joints. There we go. Butterfly joint for the win. And so these are going to be shifting around and doing its own thing. It's going to be great. It's going to be lovely. And we're going to go ahead and... You know what? We're gonna add more of these. Because we added them to the other part, so might as well add it to this part as well. Also Tributron. Oh, Draganta, hi. You know the Game of Thrones builds I got, the dragon I'm gonna use those parts for villain mods. Oh, that would be cool. That would be actually pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Well, this is actually the toe of ice, Mousy. This is the toe of ice. This is my toe of ice, specifically. And honestly, I think it's pretty cool. It's just so cool. Welcome back. And we opted to remove the gears. Unfortunately, no gears this time. I really wanted to, but it was not meant to. Wait a minute. You know, we're gonna do the slight offset. I actually think the slight offset will be fine. It's not the worst thing, but it would also prevent it from moving in ways that I don't want it to move if I do decide to build this IRL. It's just gonna be my price to pay, basically. So we're gonna do this. Put the gears in either side, and then this is obviously gonna be in black. It's not too noticeable when you do this IRL. It's just slightly offset, and it's not too bad. It's not the worst thing. It doesn't bother my OCD all too much. And obviously we're going to be connecting this chest in a way that actually flows better with the rest of this build. All while... Wait a minute, this has to be a T-joint. Oh, I'm actually going to have to change this construct a little bit, now that I think about it. Because it's going to have to be a T... not Oh, but it's so secure, though. It is so secure. Oh. Imagine if there's a toe of sand. You know what? There could be a toe of sand. I have no doubts that there would be an actual toe of sand. No doubts at all that there would actually be a toe of sand. And we've been streaming for quite a while. So we're probably gonna wrap this up pretty soon. And also, like, hey, you know, getting a little bit tired here, honestly. I've been chatting, I've been boogieing. I went to like a convention. I was the star of the show. A band loved me for actually rocking it out in front of a whole group of people. So that was honestly amazing. I went to Chibi Chibi Con. It was actually today on my birthday. So I went there and I dressed up as Gaster, WD Gaster from Undertale. And I decided to dance on the flagpole and, you know, breakdancing and all sorts of stuff. And it had an articulated jaw, so it allowed me to actually do some lip syncing to the music that was playing. And that was actually a lot of fun. Okay, that's obviously a custom part. Yeah, it is a custom part. There we go. Boom. Yeah, doing all the oogie boogings apparently. Okay, so it's toe of. Okay, if we're not going to be using toe of ice, maybe it's more of a toe of tech. Maybe that toe of tech, possibly, because. So Julie is technically a great being. On a technicality, she technically is a great being. So a toe of tech wouldn't be too far-fetched for the character. Okay, what are we doing here, guys? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? I feel like we're just shooting random words to see what works. Yeah, it is lightning and eyes. She does have electrical powers and she has ice powers. So like her having both, it makes sense. I was like thinking, because everybody is like saying random phrases and stuff like that, it's like, huh, makes me think. It makes my scratch my brain. Wait a minute. Can I just put a Technic? I can't exactly put a Technic beam in there because it's slightly offset because of the pelvis. How the pelvis is connected. It's using because I was thinking putting a Technic beam all the way up the back, which would help for stability, but at the same time it would bulk up the back more, maybe a little bit too much. All right, let's do some hands. I think we're gonna go ahead and work on some hands and figure out her hands real quick. And I'm trying to design this figure as if it were a set, which is why, like, you see the more simplistic aspects with it and how it's being put together, while also still being unique enough where it's like, oh, okay, I can actually see this being a thing. So I'm playing into that aspect of, hey, it's 2010. And we're bringing back gearboxes. That is the direction I'm going with that. And we're gonna do it in white. White hands here, and do it in white here. Solomon Brown says, "Hey, man, great job on your mocks. Thank you." I will accept that because man is an expression and not an actual definition. I have in the past. You can actually find some of my builds in the Studio Builders page. If you go to Studio, links in the description. You can find some of my builds there. That I can confirm with absolute certainty. Let's see. Do I do the articulated finger? I kind of want to do articulated fingers. But would they actually do the articulated fingers? That's the real question. I could do a Nua clause. A Nua clause would be actually kind of fun. No, I don't. I would like to have those claws, though. Claws are speaking to me. Actually, I could probably recreate it. I could probably recreate something like that. Hold on. Let me go ahead and get some functional parts, because we can actually get the pneumatics. Boom. And boom. And then I can do the thing that I'm really good at, which is, and we're gonna keep it simple. We're not gonna be doing the same hand build as the one I did in the past, because I'm leaning into the set design aspect of this. Boop. And do it in red, blue screen. And we're gonna do fingers, and we're gonna do arm. And there should be a minifig body. I just passed it. Hold on. I just passed them. There we go. We're gonna use these. Yes. Actually, wait a minute. I remember these pieces. Hold on. Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna be using a lot of stormers. Oh, that's gonna be a lot of stormers. And then spike. Just to recreate the Anua claw in a way. Yeah, no, that is not. Okay, you know what? No, we're changing that. We're changing it. Oh my gosh. Arm. And we're gonna go to minifig body. There we go. Actually, you know what? Hold on. We're gonna go to bar, because there is actually a one piece that I think I can use quite effectively that's actually pretty decent. And then that is this part. This part is actually pretty helpful and pretty useful in most aspects that we can utilize here for the hands. Keep it simple, but to the point. and buildable figure. And we can use this one part that I know that exists. Actually, hold on. Barb. Yeah, we can add these. Boom, boom, boom. And we'll paint that in white. That's gonna be in white. And that is gonna be in white. And there we go. We got some hands here. And we're gonna create into submodel. Hand. And we're gonna copy and mirror the hand. No, that's I want the hand. Thank you. Yeah, let me give myself a hand here. See what I did there? Give myself a hand. Proceeds to give me a hand. And there we go. Now, how about that? We got ourselves most part of the body. I do like this quite a bit. Oh, thank you. I had a lot of fun with the Kirak, and trying to make a G2ification of it, you know, down to how I did the pincers and everything, and trying to keep it within like the G2 parts catalog. It was actually pretty difficult because the actual carapace of the Visorak does most part of the heavy lifting, so it's kind of difficult to translate that into something that would actually feasibly work, if that makes any sense. But I'm glad that okay, so I'm thinking for the arms, we're gonna actually do something here. I'm trying to think. Oh, wait a minute, it's supposed to be the cannon. That's what it's turning into. It's turning into a cannon. I forgot about that. Hold on, let me get an axle over here. Probably put one axle over here because it's going to be connecting together. And we'll just probably have it in black. Honestly, if that's going to be in black, hold on, let me actually like paint that in black. Turn to upper model. And copied one did not change. Of course it didn't. There we go. Woo! There we go. Got black axles because we can. Because we can and because we will. Alright, we got most of this character done, basically. This is floating. This isn't connected, but I want it there, and it looks better with it there. So we're going to be actually working on that a little bit. Toe of YouTube. How about Toa of Vine? How about that? Toa of Vine. Remember Vine? It's been like ages. It literally has been ages. Actually, you know what? We can use this part up here. That would actually translate into the more mechanical aspect. It's gonna lose the shoulder pad, but considering how compact everything needs to, unless if I use this will kind of look good. I will admit, this will actually kind of look good. But that means heresy. But honestly, the heresy might actually be worth it in this case. I think it's worth it in this case. To commit heresy should be fine. It should be fine. What's the worst that can happen? I have a whole bunch of these. more than I realistically need. We're gonna actually change these into half. There we go. And wait a minute. Oh yeah, I just deleted it from existence. Let me undo my mistakes of deleting it from existence. All right, let me see if that profile looks good. That actually kind of looks good. It actually kind of does. Honestly, if I change, hold on. If I change this, I can do the Kongu approach. Let me do the Kongu approach. I think Kongu was onto something. Let me go to my Technic linker parts, grab the same socket, but it's slightly different for obvious reasons. We slide this forward, put a Technic linker in there, so that it's like a 3 length, and that way we get like faux shoulders basically, and we can still keep the jaggedness, and we can add some bars. All right, and we're gonna add a barb, and we're gonna get the smaller ones. And we're gonna put one here, put one here, and then the bigger one will go up top. There we go. So that X actually leaning into the spiky aspect, which I do like. And there we go. I think that actually works better for an update. That's giving very icy vibes. Yeah, I think this is good. I think this is actually pretty good. Well, it is getting close to that time. Thank you all for joining with me in this stream. We had a lot of fun putting together these different incarnations. We made a whole bunch of gearboxes, and based off of this design, we kind of went for something slightly offset. But you know what? It's worth it in the end. And you know what? Just to make sure it's slightly offset, we're gonna do that. Yeah, and then that gets posed. Wait a minute, what do you mean you're not gonna pose for me? You're supposed to pose for me. Pose like one of those French girls. There we go. There we go. It's a little bit offset, but it will work. I'll revisit this later, but I think we're onto something here. Yeah, we're onto something here. That's pretty good, and I like it quite a bit. But yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll probably be working on this a little bit more off screen, more than likely. I'm getting close. Not there yet, but we're getting close, and there's definitely going to be a weapon, for sure. Attached to this character, as well as a way for the head to attach, obviously. But it's definitely giving Batera vibes, which is the main goal. Solomon Brown says, FYI, I am a subscriber. Awesome! That is great. But yeah, if you like this video, be sure to give it a like. If you want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe and what have you. But I believe that is all for now. Thank you for hanging out with me on my birthday. It really means a lot. I had a lot of fun chatting with all of you, helping you out and building Jeremy and all the crazy hijinks that we have done together, and hearing all your lovely stories about your OCs. Until we meet again, have a good one, and good night, fellow compatriots.